Here with Coach Anna Nimz as the Demons back at home for the rest of the regular season before they head back out on the road for that conference tournament in a week. And that's still 3 games away.
Way too far away.
We're in it, but we'll talk about it later for sure. Coach, first, I mean, how good does it feel to be finally back at home, getting to close? I know I asked you this a couple weeks ago, but It's here, getting to close out the season at home, still with a lot of seedings and things to play for. To have these games at home, I know it's got to be a huge boost.
Oh, it's incredible. One, we're just tired. We're tired of being on the road, so we're glad that last road game is out of the way. Come home, sleep in our own beds, but to finish the final 3 at home is really important. And we're really lucky to get to do so. Also, we actually have 3 games to everybody else's 2, and that's actually a positive because we kind of get to be in control of our own destiny. It's very much about us handling our business to put ourselves in a position. But everything right now is just we're only focused on Thursday. Can't look 2 weeks from now, can't look on Saturday, can't look at next Wednesday. You got to look at Thursday and Thursday only. And really, for that matter, we got to look at Wednesday's practice. We got to be great tomorrow so that we can be great on Thursday.
Before we talk about Thursday, let's look back to this past weekend. Obviously, a tough one there against Southeastern. Another close game, right with the top team in the conference. But I think more impressive is the way we fought at the end of that New Orleans game to come back from down double figures. Yeah. And like you said, I think at the end of practice today, good teams find a way to win, and that's what we did on Saturday. And
that's about what we need to take away from that game. It was one of our lesser defensive outings, which is not true to the characteristic of a team, our team this year. But really, you go back, you got Lamar, SFA, SLU. We've pulled something from every single game and tried to add it in, and that final thing that we were finally able to grab against UNO is winning a close game. And that's what we said. Good teams know how to win close games, and we hadn't found a way yet, and we did on Saturday. And so now it's about putting all those things together to really getting all 5 or 6 of our game keys and putting 40 minutes together. We're at that point that it's going to take that.
And it's good because if you look back to December 6th, that first game against UIW, we play on Thursday, 2-point game.
Yep.
Came down to the last shot. And so finding that way, I feel like has to give the girls, give the team a little bit of, hey, we can win a close game in that type of situation.
Yeah, and I think yes, but I'm tired of playing UIW close.
Yeah.
I would like for us to put those game keys together, and if we do take those game keys and we play for 40 minutes, I don't want it to be a 2-point game. I think our girls have the capability of scoring and having big scoring nights, and also handling really good offensive teams and holding them under their numbers, and they've done it all year. And so now it's about, like I said, 40 minutes of good basketball to put ourselves in a position to not have to win a close game. But if we do, we've done it, and we did it this past Saturday, and so they're prepared.
And I think another interesting thing about Thursday is, like I said, we played them in early December when everybody was still trying to kind of figure things out. Mm-hmm. It's always 2 different teams when you play even a month apart, but it's totally different as we come into this matchup. Yeah, months apart.
I mean, we're definitely a different team. We're no longer 11 new faces. I think we find at that point in our season, we were still wondering who was in our top 5, who was in our top 7. And although we still play around with our top 10, we very much have nailed down that top 5, and they play well and they play with confidence. And I think our benchkins have come in and had tremendous nights for us. So it's different. They're going to see a different team, but on the flip side, we're absolutely seeing a different team from them. We're seeing kids that have played substantial minutes, whereas they hadn't early on, and they're a lot more aggressive with the ball. They're a lot more hard downhill kids, whereas maybe they were very perimeter based. And so it's going to be a tale of 2 different teams for both of us.
And I think one of the trends for these matchups over the past few years has been the defensive performance from both teams. Obviously, we're really good defensively. They've been consistently there as well. So when 2 teams like that face off, it comes down to making the most of the chances that we get.
Yeah, we got to take care of the ball. We got to have every offensive possession that we can because we can't get rid of the ball 15 to 20 times against a really good defensive team. We're going to have every offensive possession that we can in order to, obviously miss a couple here and there, but be able to capitalize on those possessions and drive that score.
Coach, thanks so much.
Thank you. Welcome.